Throwing again is Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Reset. Tiger. Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down.
And he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eluding the pressure right. Caught here by Griffin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Come back, come back. Reset, reset, reset. Set. Green the line. Green the line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Set up! 180! Red, up! 6 guard! Check 6 guard! Red, up! Move! Red, up!
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by K'Von Webster. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Reset! 10! Green, the line!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Tiger! Down! Blue 80!
Watson on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for...
route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Watson now to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Richmond.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try to punch it in to Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Target.
Now Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big-time run after catch. They love those rack yards.
Red, blue 80, blue 80. Reset, reset, reset.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Richmond. Come back, come back. Two jet.
Back to throw, Watson. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas.
Now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Come back. Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he gets it down to the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Richard. Come back.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 58 yards. In their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. An 80. Bears have cut it to... Within a score. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. And Thomas has it. A good pickup there at 22.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Watson underneath for Miller. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's Trubisky. And this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Lock in.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Lock in.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they work this well up.
People got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Richmond.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Third and long. It's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget.
Unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Andre Howe.
Forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now Foreman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there. But even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.